Hello, Taurus. How are you? I'm already going into August. I'm going to go from August 1st to August 7th. We're going to talk about what you can expect, what you're likely still dealing with. Just want you guys to see that I do shuffle and that I do cut. And I want you guys to see that, there's no programming here with regards to what pops up. If we're still talking about what we were talking about before, that means that you guys are still dealing with those things and you still could use some advice on how to handle these things. I explained in some of my other videos, for those of you who are new subscribers, that I'm more of an intuitive than a psychic. So when I see the cards, I more or less know what you're going through. I know what you're going through. I know what you're dealing with. And my spiritual gift is I'm a teacher. So intuitively, I know how to teach you how to avoid these situations in the future. And I know how to teach you how to, make things more comfortable right now. So I'm an intuitive and I'm a teacher, not a psychic, but I use the cards. Spirit uses these cards with me so that I can help teach you guys, so that I can know what situation you're in. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, Taurus. Wonderful. A lot of you are going through the healing we were talking about, remember? So for those of you who were hurt recently and just couldn't get out of that place, Temperance is here. Temperance is here. That's your angel. Get your Akashic records read. Find out what your angel's name is, so you can thank them personally. You can also learn a whole lot by getting an Akashic records reading, okay? Your angel's on it, okay? On your heart, on your mind, teaching you how to look at the situation that you're in logically, and how to how to deal with your situations and see things subconsciously and consciously the way that you are meant to see them, so that you can move past the situation and move forward, okay? Yeah, because this is a pivotal time, right? Because either and when I said this is a pivotal time, and when I was telling everybody this month is going to be the moment of truth, a lot of people have been dealing with a lot of backstabbing, okay? In the private readings that I've been doing and in the general readings that I've been doing, okay? And some people are just tired of fighting these types of people who are gaslighters, who like to start stuff, who like drama. Excuse me, people who like mayhem in some way, shape, or form. A lot of you are just tired of fighting these types of people. But you have to understand, these types of people aren't going anywhere anytime soon. And so you have to know how to deal with these people. And it's not put down your sword and walk away and feel defeated. It's pick up the sword and let him know what time it is. So when I say you're at a pivotal point, it means when you find yourself in relationships with people for whatever reason, and you find out eventually down the line that these people are not for you, you have to let them know what their boundaries are. As uncomfortable for you as that may be, as unfamiliar as that may be for some of you, your angel is letting you know this is what you have to do, so that you're not the type of person that you don't, so that it's not ingrained in you for the next 5 years that when people act this way, you just walk away and feel defeated. You pick up your sword. That's what Temperance is here to teach you, okay? And I think that's awesome, okay? The major arcanas relate to the minor arcanas. So what I see happening for the first week of August is that you guys are going to be healed of not wanting to confront people who like to set you off. For those of you who don't like confrontation, okay? Then you pulled the World. Wonderful. The World represents rebirth, okay? It represents a rebirth. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, well, then you guys are looking forward to a rebirth with regards to finances. I feel as though like some of your spirits are going to be lifted so much because of the change that you have allowed yourself to experience recently. I think that you guys are going to explore your capabilities a lot more than you ever have before. I think that some of you are going to go into some form of light work too, meaning some of you do have, all of you have spiritual gifts. All of you are not going to use them though, but some of you will. Some of you may make a living doing that. Some of you are going to improve at work or get some kind of raise. Some of you are going to get another kind of like money source on the side. Some of you looking for work who haven't been able to find work for the life of you in the field that you want work in. It's coming. This is the seed of money. So go ahead and plant it, water it every day, and I promise you, you will get a harvest. And it depends on how hard you work on it. That will tell you how big your harvest will be, okay? So you're going to have a rebirth with regards to money. Your relationship with money is going to change. Okay? Some of you who don't know how to save are likely going to learn how to save. Some of you who overspend are likely going to be a little bit more, no, let me hold on to my money. Some of you are going to change your relationship with money so that you have a checkings and a savings. You understand what I'm saying? Things are going to be on the up and up financially for you, Taurus. Because you let go of the drama, you're being taught inadvertently, whether you know it or not, how to defend yourself from gaslighters and people on the outside that distract you from being able to create your livelihood the way that you need to. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Some of you still feel left out in the cold, and I would like to know why. Okay, because some of you aren't doing much of anything right now. So the Hierophant represents, in this case, what I'm sensing is for those of you who this part did not resonate with, some of you who aren't working, some of you who maybe just graduated from high school or just graduated from college, and you only have like credentials but no experience, and you're having a really hard time or whatever. Some of you are being urged to go back to school and seek a higher education. That's what the Hierophant represents. It also represents tradition, okay? Doing things the traditional way. These two could mean so many things to me. I would need another card. Okay. Some of you are about to get married. But one of you out of the two feels left out in the cold. Taurus, if this is you, please pay attention. This represents marriage, a religious figure too, and a spiritual union, but someone feels left out in the cold. No. Let's talk about that. Someone wants to move on, even though someone wants to marry you, but you don't want to marry them. The Empress, what card is coming next? And a burden. Okay. Okay. So, what Spirit is saying here? Okay. The Empress represents you can give birth to whatever you want to. You don't have to feel left out in the cold. You don't have to be with this person if you don't want to. You can move on if you feel that this relationship is a burden. Point blank, period. Okay, so for those of you who are in relationships and you're trying to like figure out how to get out of it, get out of it. It's that simple. Because some of you are not being treated right in the relationship that you're in. So the entire energy that went on top of all that hoopla, for those of you who are in a relationship that just equals and equates to a just complete burden and something that you know that you don't want to be stuck in for years to come. The Ace of Wands represents the planting of a new seed, okay? A new beginning. If this is not what you want relationship-wise, don't keep moving forward. Don't feel obligated to move forward. That would be the worst thing to do. If that's not what you want, this card means moving on. Look. Move on. Move on. Why? Because a relationship is a burden. This card means burden. This card means left out in the cold. And then Spirit's letting me know what we're referring to. A possible marriage, a relationship, a very close tied relationship, a spiritual union. Maybe you guys are having too many ups and downs and you're just tired of it. But you're being reminded, you're the birth giver. You are the architect of your own life. You're the architect of your own life. You're the boss of your own brain. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you can give birth to whatever you want to. If you don't want to be in this relationship because you find yourself feeling left out in the cold and that things are just unfair, you're being urged to start anew. You're given the opportunity for a new beginning. That's what the Ace of Wands represents. Plant the seed of a new beginning. Whether it be being single for a little while and getting to know yourself better for a little while, or whether it means you got somebody else that's been having their eye on you and they've been treating you like a queen or king lately, move on. New beginning. You don't have to stay there. You can birth yourself right up out of that. You are never stuck. So never feel that way. You're never stuck. You can always make a wiggle move out of any tight spot. Okay? And closing you out, some of you are around people that are not being completely honest. But guess what? So what? You know why? Because them being honest or not has nothing to do with your day-to-day tasks. If they choose to be dishonest, these people in your life, ask yourself, how much does that really affect me, that they are liars? If you really think about it, it doesn't. It doesn't. It just means that they're liars. And it just means that they like to tell half of the story. And if that's their thing, I'm pretty sure everybody already knows that this person is like that anyway. So therefore, they're just talking. Another distraction that a lot of you need to be healed from, because a lot of you just don't understand why these types of people even exist. Seriously. When it comes to this rebirth, here goes more pentacles. And then we get this King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles understands the cause and effects of how he spends his money and how his money creates his kingdom. Okay? So to close you out, here you are with your new beginning. For those of you who are in uncomfortable relationships that you need to exit out of, here's the Fool. Spirit is telling you, go out into the world and experience some things that you have not allowed yourself to experience in the past. It is time for some of you, Taurus, to get out there and experience some of the things that you have not experienced before. You'd be amazed at how many things cost no money at all. It's just like maybe a free fare or a free something, and it just teaches you something, and it's fun, and you can take a friend with you or whatever. It's summertime. Everybody wants to get out and go experience stuff. Going to the beach is free, except for the gas in the car, right? The Fool represents it represents the very beginning of a new life for you, a new way of doing things in your life completely. And I see that a lot of you, Taurus, want that. And I see that it is very feasible for you guys for the first week of August. You're going to know how to put people in their place as tactfully as possible. You're going to know how to turn your head away from people who are just messy and like to lie. That's what the Moon represents, lies. Financially, the door's open. You're going to have opportunities. You're going to start making, so a lot of you know what you need to do. Like a lot of you know that you need to create a Yelp account for whatever business you own. Or a lot of you know that you need to like get your resumes popping out there, even if you're already working, but you want a better job that's going to pay more. A lot of you know what you need to do to increase your funds. And so as long as you do those things, your funds are going to increase. You're going to get a rebirth financially. And then for those of you who are in relationships that you feel stuck in, trust me, now is the time to unstick yourself to those relationships because you're being invited to a new beginning. I mean, these two right here are new beginning on top of new beginning. Look at the number at the top. The Fool is a major arcana, and then next to it is the Ace of Wands. You pulled two aces. So, I mean, Taurus, really and truly, it looks to me like if you keep your eyes peeled, you will see every opportunity that is available to you. Grab it, enjoy it, have fun, and give yourself permission to have fun. Okay? Give yourself permission to have fun. For some of you who go to work every single day, night and day, and take other people's shifts too, guess what? Take a night off. Invite a girlfriend or one of your friends over, one of your buddies over. Have some beer, and sit back and laugh. Have some wine with your girlfriends and have a good time. The Fool represents somebody that is carefree and willing to experience whatever is out there. So you're being told to experience new things. Give yourself permission to do so, because until you do so, you won't be able to see the new beginnings that are waiting for you. You got to get out there to see what they are. Okay? So that's your reading, Taurus, for August 1st through August 7th. If any of this resonated, I ask that you hit like and subscribe and leave your comments. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. And I look forward to hearing from any of you at any time if you want more clarity with regards to anything that resonated with you, okay? And with that being said, be kind to yourself and namaste.